we'll just take the list and we'll look at the written material and see how it relates. So the first thing is the refrigerator. That's quite obvious. That's right there. And the sink is over here. That's the rounded tap. And base cabinetry on the right wall. This is the right wall, so there's base cabinetry here. And there's upper cabinetry here. D is the upper cabinetry up here. And E is the base cabinetry on the left wall. And F is the island, the whole island. And G are the stools. And the stove, the range, is right here. It's a part of the island. It's H. And I is the vent at above. So there, I put those in at the same size, just for a convenience. And there are portions of a gabled ceiling. The ceiling runs flat this way, but once it gets to this part, we have a little bit of a gable. And the refrigerator has built-in cabinetry all the way around, but it has space around it too for ventilation. And the skylights are slanted. And there's also a clock. I thought we could put the clock in as well. Okay, so that's how it relates to, this written diagram relates to the picture itself. Now, this elevation, it is facing this wall. So when you're looking at this, J, you're looking at this. This is J right here. And this is J. So those are, this portion and this portion are as if we're facing that partial gable right directly. And it turns out to look like a box, a rectangle. And L are the windows. We have these windows going across. So that's L. And I, yeah, I, this is I. So I is the vent right there. We can't show the range in this one because we're not looking at tops. We're just looking at fronts. But what's interesting to note, though, is that this is E. And E is base cabinetry on the left wall. So that's E. So you can see E. You can see the island. So this is the cabinetry on the other, going the other direction, on the other wall. So these are two different types of cabinetry, one on the left wall and one on the right wall. And then this is our island. And when you're looking at this diagram, you're looking at this part of the island. That's F right there. And that's F here. And we're seeing the two stools. This is the overhang. Now, we don't show all three lights. We can't. They're all lined up one behind the other. So we just show the one in this elevation. And then there's the built-in cabinetry above the fridge itself with that portion at the bottom. Now, the other elevation, it's facing the other wall. So here's the clock here, and there's the vent again, the ventilation, but we're looking at this side this time. So we're looking at it from here. And we see the window full, and the island is here, but we see the cabinetry here, and we also see it here, that same cabinetry that runs all along the bottom here. We see that. Okay, and this is the island. This part is part of the island as well. And this is the side of the built-in refrigerator, but we also have to indicate that D is behind that. And yeah, this is D right here. So it's very helpful. All of this stuff is very helpful. Now, there's also this little bit of architectural detailing where the wall sort of recesses in. Instead of recessing in, I'm going to show you on the video how to go forward. So it covers a little bit of the countertop instead. And that way we can keep the original wall and the original space for the window that we have on the grid. Better for measuring. So, but it's in there, and that's what that line represents, is that. And we also see it in the other elevation. It's here. I didn't give it a name. Yeah, I didn't give it a name or a number or a letter, but that's this piece that sticks out. That's this piece. And this is the door, the window here, the door outside. The floor plan is maybe a little more straightforward. You can see the overhang with the 2 stools underneath and the 3 lights in a row. I put the lights in a box. You'll see. I'll show you how to do that as well. So, hopefully now, with this information and this information and this information, you'll be able to map out your drawing on your grid. And if we take even just the first idea that we have cabinetry that's 2 feet wide and goes around most of this L shape here, that's easy to find, isn't it? You just go out 2 feet, you go along the right number of feet, and go along the right number of feet this way, and you're already in business. You can start from this corner and work your way this way and this way.